Okay, this is standard EE8. Starting with the first page front and back, number 4 is C. Number 7, we get 12T plus 16A equals 3,700, and T plus A equals 250. T is the number of students, and A is the number of adults, so we get 175 adults and 75 students. 11 is A. 12 is the ordered pair for 1, and we used elimination there. 8A. Number 3 was A. 6 was no. That point is not on both lines. 7 is no. These are not parallel lines. We did not have any to do extra on 8B. 8C, number 4 was C. Number 10 was 35 pairs of skis and 48 snowboards. So now we're going to go through each of these problems and see them worked out if you have anything that you missed. So number 4, we're solving a system. It doesn't tell us what method to use. If you have an equation in y equals or x equals, then it's easy to use substitution. So I'm going to take what y is equal to, 3x minus 1, and substitute it in place of y in my other equation. So I get 3x minus what y is, 3x minus 1 that we just said is equal to y, and that equals 9, and that came from that second equation. So I'm going to simplify, or negative times 3x minus 1 would be negative 3x plus 1 equal 9, and 3x minus 3x is 0, so I get 1 equal 9. When we get a number equal a number, it's either true or false. This is false, so it is no solution. On number 7, we set up a system already based on this information that we're letting T equal the number of students and A equal the number of adults. So $12 times the number of students and $16 times the number of adults would be $3,700 total. And then there were T number of students and A number of adults for 250 tickets total. And so now we can use elimination. I'm going to eliminate the T's by multiplying that bottom equation by negative 12. The result is we have 12T plus 16A equal 3,700, the top equation, which stayed the same. And then the bottom equation, we get negative 12T minus 12A equal negative 3,000. And when we add these two equations together, we eliminate the T's, and we get 4A is equal to 700. Divide both sides by 4, and we get A is 175. So that's the number of adults, 175 adults. And then to get the number of students, we could just take either of our two original equations. I like the second one, T plus A equal 250. Plug in A, which is 175. Or we could have even reasoned through this and said there's a total of 250 tickets, so what remains? 75. But I'll subtract 175 from both sides to solve this little equation, and we get that T is equal to 75, so 75 adults. Number 11, we're going to solve. These are both set up in y equals, so we're going to use substitution. We know that this is true, that y is equal to y. Well, y from our first equation is equal to 4x plus 2, and y from our second equation is equal to negative 1/4 x plus 2. So I'm just going to go through and solve. I'm going to box in my x terms. I'm going to get rid of one of those. I like to get rid of the smaller, so I'm going to add 1/4 x to both sides. The result is 4 1/4, which I could write as 4.25 x plus 2 equal to. I'll rewrite this over here. We'll have a little more space to work it out. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And we get 4.25x equals 0. Divide both sides by 4.25 to get that x is 0. So that eliminates choices C and D. Now to get y, we go to either original equation. I'm going to choose the first one, y equal 4x plus 2. I'm going to plug in 0 for x. So y equal 4 times 0 plus 2, which is 2. Answer choice A. Number 12, we're solving this system, and we said we're going to use elimination here. That's easiest to use when you have your x terms and your y terms lined up, and your equal signs lined up, and your constants lined up, like this is. Also, if you'll notice, we have opposite y terms, negative 3y and positive 3y. So this is ready to just add, and our y terms will eliminate automatically because they add up to 0. So 2x plus x is 3x, and 5 plus 7 is 12. Divide both sides by 3, and we get x is 4. I can go back and plug into either equation. I think I'm going to choose my second equation, x plus 3y equals 7. So we get 4 plus 3y equals 7. We'll subtract 4 from both sides to solve this and get 3y by itself, which equals 3. Divide both sides by 3, and y is 1. So we've got the order pair 4, 1. 8a is just asking which order pair is the solution. Solution is where they cross, and they cross at negative 4, negative 2. Number 6, is this a solution? No. This point is here, and the solution should be right here where the 2 points cross, and the line, or the 2 lines cross, and it did not do that. So no, it's not. Number 7, is this no solution? No, these are not parallel lines. You can look at the spacing of them, and you can say, okay, down here, they kind of look about 2 to 2.5 places apart. If you look way up here, they're more than 3. So they are definitely not parallel. We didn't add anything else to 8b. Then 8c, looking at number 4, there are 25 coins inside a container. Some of the coins are nickels and the rest are quarters. The value of the coins is $4.05. Let N represent the number of nickels and Q represent the number of quarters. Which systems represents the situation? Well, I look for totals. I know there are 25 total coins that are nickels and quarters. I also know that there are, the value is $4.05. And so I'm going to set up a system here. It already tells us let N represent the number of nickels and Q the number of quarters. So if I have N number of nickels and I add Q number of quarters, I get 25 coins. I know the value of these coins. It doesn't tell me here, but this is just a common sense fact that nickels are 5 cents, so 0.05 N, plus quarters are 25 cents, so 0.25 Q. So if I take the value of the nickels plus the value of the quarters, I get the value of all the coins, which is $4.05. This is answer choice C. Number 10. Jesse owns a sporting goods store that sells skis and snowboards. The store earns a profit of $52 for each pair of skis sold and a profit of $64 for each snowboard sold. If Jesse's store sells a total of 83 pairs of skis and snowboards and earns a profit of $4,892 in November, how many pairs of skis and how many snowboards did he sell that month? Well, we have the total number of items. We also have total amount of money. That's the profit. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to let X equal the number of pairs of skis. I'm going to let Y equal the number of snowboards. Well, I'll set up two equations from this. We know that X number of pairs of skis plus Y number of snowboards equal 83 items. We also know that they earned $52 for skis. So 52 times X would be the amount of money for all of the skis, plus $64 for snowboards. So 64Y is the profit from the snowboards, for a total profit of $4,892. We want to know both X and Y, the pairs of skis and the snowboards, so we're going to end up solving for both of them. What we could do here is use elimination and say, okay, I would like to eliminate X. So I'm going to multiply by negative 52 to get negative 52X minus 52Y equal negative 4,316. Bring down my bottom equation. Didn't have to change anything on it. And I'll add these together. The X's eliminate. We get 12Y equal 576. Divide by both sides by 12 to get Y by itself. And Y is 48. So 48 snowboards. Next, I want to find the number of skis. So I'll just pick an equation. I'm going to pick the first one, X plus Y equal 83. And I'm going to plug in 48 for Y. And I get that X is 35. So 35 pairs of skis.